Alright, you just heard Motherwood that I just found on Black Metal Promotion. Pretty stoked and pumped about it. Drop some comments about it. And now you're looking at Michael McDermott, who just did a show tonight in Arlington Heights. And he has the same name as me. Weird, but I'm not going to spend any time at all on that whatsoever. And I'm also not going to explain. So anyway, let's get into the show here. You were watching the exclusive fucking clips here in the extended episode of Vault of Doom hosted by me, mickeygemineye, and here's my fucking feed. My Google Discovery has all metal, basically, other than this Heinz thing, other than this anime thing, other than this D&D thing, more metal. Something about the solar eclipse. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I would love to jump into that if it had something to do with metal, but it doesn't. So after that, we have an ad. At least it looks like an ad, but it's not. It just is more. Oh, it is an ad. It just is in a different place. I'm used to being. We're gonna jump on Twitch, or not Twitch, Twitter after this, and so having the sponsored ad notification being on the lower left is literally the exact opposite. It's just like the dictionary definition of the word opposite from Twitter. So scrolling on down here, more metal, some stories, No Country for Old Men, just watched that, good flick. This, some more metal. Some more metal. Anyway, while I'm scrolling down here and just seeing how far I can go. Seeing how far down that I can go. I just thought it'd be important to mention that on one of my previous episodes I had mentioned something about, because I took some notes and was writing something about, well, that's as far as I can go, so I'm out of time. But all I was saying is that Jonathan Davis has Freaks on a Leash, nonprofit organization that you can donate to or whatever, and go check out shit for your pets and your dogs and your cats. But I fucking hate dogs. And anyway, let's start from the top here and just see what we got here and see if there's anything interesting. I already see a Korn announcement, self-titled 30th anniversary show in LA. Badass. Ex-Slipknot drummer Jay Weinberg joins suicidal tendencies. Wow, that's interesting. Okay. Anyway, this is just my feed, and I refreshed it, so there's something still fresh and new on here. Ska punk, not relevant. 30th anniversary event for Korn being in LA. That seems to be, it's going to be a reoccurring thing. And it helps that I'm telling you guys about it, considering that when I don't, it just fucking pops up, like crops up like literally like a mushroom mycelial colonization on my fucking feed, where it just shows up regularly. And it's like, how much can I really even just look at this same shit? But here we are right now talking about it and getting it out of the way, and that thus emphasizes the whole fucking point of the show. So the only downside with doing this, the only downside with doing this extended fucking YouTube video version is that it has a little bit of a lower quality microphone. That's the only problem with that. So I'm gonna jump on this black screen here where you can see me in the blackness. Brewing in the Modern West Coast IPA with Siren. We'll get to the beer later, but probably not. I mean, if you want to check out my beer, stuff, it's I typically comment on beer just on Google Maps, so I just go on Maps for that. I'm on Google Maps. What else we got here? Some chick guitarist doing a cover of Heart Barracuda. We got Nick Nocturnal. If you checked him out on Twitch, you can always check him out. He's very, very popular. Sepultura Isolation full drum cover at age 9. All right, let's check this kid out. The only thing is I can't turn the sound on. So we're just gonna watch a little bit of that, a little quick clip, and you can see my reaction while I'm in the darkness. Aside from when I'm lighting some tobacco product. Anyway, I guess that's over with. Anyway, so scrolling on down here, Duran Sabbath. Wow, what the fuck is that? Duran Sabbath, Rionoid. It's really, really not fair to just be doing this and just looking at my feed and how shitty it is. I try to customize my fucking ads as much as possible, but it just turns out all shitty anyway. And it's mostly due to not having like a decent phone carrier. If you have a decent phone carrier and an iPhone, you're good. But other than that, with this shit, you're fucked. So, you can still have fun, and there's still some good shit. But the only actual sources of news that I trust on any of this Google Discovery shit is just from shit that I've been listening to my entire life, like just like Korn or Trivium, or I've mentioned Scars and Guitars by Andrew McKay Smith, an Australian journalist that does a podcast and is rigorously interviewing artists, many artists, like heavy as fuck. And he just says, like he's got his interludes and shit where he has something on there and he's saying something. He's got some guy from Cold Chamber saying something about that, joining a band, don't join a band, if you can't. And the guy's pissed about it. He's the ex Cold Chamber. He's an ex-member of Cold Chamber, and he's like pissed about not being able to join a band and shit like that. But let's go back to Michael McDermott. Here you go. There he is. He did a show tonight. Just a quick reminder. 20 hours ago at Arlington Heights. Same place Trivium's from, or at least the front man of Trivium's from. And I just so happen to have found it tonight. There's a little emphasis required on this, considering that it is absolutely miraculous and astonishing in most ways. more ways than none, but whatever. Moving on, I really don't know why I could possibly ever give a fuck. So, exiting out of this and exiting out of that, and like I said, when you started this, you were listening to Motherwood. So we're gonna jump on to YouTube here, and we're gonna see what else that I need to close out on that. And there is something from there's some suggestive videos here, and I'm interested to hear in the comments from you guys and what you think about suggestive videos and how they hit you, how they strike you and stuff like that, because I at times will hit a suggestive video. Most of the artists that I find actually are through just what I consider to be reliable sources through journalism's people who are doing journalism and things like that, and then I'll find an artist that way or something like that, and every now and then I'll find an artist. But we all know and love Cannibal Corpse from Metal Blade Records. This tier band is really hyped up from them. They're showing up on my feed. I've been showing them some love and clicking like and shit like that, and just some it's like some Viking metal, man. It's like orchestral is the reason why I think that I like it the most and have any adherence to it whatsoever, is due to the fact that it has some orchestral elements involved in there. And a couple of the other bands that I wanted to mention earlier were just, shit like Darzamat, a Polish orchestral stuff that I found from similar artists of Cradle of Filth, or Opera 9, an Italian orchestral metal band that I found through suggested artists on Amazon Prime Music through suggested artists from Cradle of Filth. Just starting from that, and Karak Angren, of course, that you will see later in a final actual conclusion to the quadrilogy for the credits. That's what's missing. What's missing is the credits, and so that's what's going to have to be a real pain in the ass, because I'm going to have to be like, oh, it needs to be perfect, but not really. And it's like, at the same time, I don't want to just push it out, and it's like, at the same time, no matter what, it's still credits, and it's a whole fucking separate video. So it's an entire fucking separate video due to credits of, what actually fucking keeps me going and what keeps me moving and what actually inspires me to do anything and get up in the fucking morning. So another one that I was checking out recently was Lunar Spells. It was a black metal promotion. I talked about that in the last episode. And this is your extended exclusive fucking video version here on YouTube. So we're gonna keep on moving from Google Discovery to YouTube, straight back to Twitter. Here we go. Now this is my post that I just put today for day 6 of Women's History Month. I had shared the profile Instagram of Tatiana Shmelek, of the front woman of Ginger, and then Kalima, the woman in theology. That was actually a picture. This painting is actually is low quality, but it's the saved version that I got is low quality. The actual quality, if you go to the website that I put on here, I think I got the. No, I actually only gave credit to the painter. So if I can subscribe eventually to Twitter and then get the editing going on, then I can do that. But it's way too much trouble. Anything that I have to ever just as for future reference, take note of this. I'm just not going to redo my tweets without subscription. If I'm subscribed, absolutely, then it's easy for me to edit. But I was actually recently just going through the whole rigmarole of doing the tweeting that I screwed up, and then it literally took me an entire hour just to fix one tweet. So that's just that part of why I would subscribe. It's very, very smart for marketing wise. But let's go on down here to where we are focusing on the metal here, and this is my feed here for what I'm following. I don't quite know who Sadie is. Oh, this is a metal listener. I don't know, she's posting that. Some of the Black Metal Plus Legions is the biggest Twitter following that I got that has a bunch of good shit. But they say post-punk and then thrash and then groove, heavy, hard rock, and grunge. Not into any of that, but it's everything else. Black metal, melodic, symphonic, pagan, black gaze, doom, gothic, death, and that's it. You know, everything else can it go everything else is rubbish. So Sodom, all right, Bathory, we know Bathory. You know, basically this is just rambling at this point. So like what I'm getting at here is like this is where we're at with stuff here, and just like, you know, in terms of like what I can actually what this conversation actually provides is the evolution of metal, and you know I can put that even in to the description, and then you know I'm going to have to be forced to like listen to the entire thing now again before even just posting it this time, and it's like not something that I want to have to do, so I probably won't even do it. I probably will just hopefully remember, and with some supernatural force just providing me with the information that I'm required to relay to you, just rely on that, and then let that be the reason why, you know, why everything goes wrong, but yeah, also why I'm a hell of a lot more free than this version of my name. You know, like this guy's got my name, his exact fucking name here is spelled. There's different ways of spelling the last name, but it's like he's probably not nearly, you know, we don't have any shit to talk to each other. So there's a whole thing there. I mean, what do you guys think about that? I mean, what the fuck do you think about that? With him doing, especially with him doing a show in this exact day, and then especially with other, you know, just other essence in what your intuition is telling you right now about what the way that my voice sounds, about relaying this information to you. You know, it's just like that's essentially the whole point of this whole social media scheme. So this I found pretty cool. Anyway, moving on. Again, moving right on along. Just straight up moving on. Dave Grohl, the fucking drummer of Nirvana over here with fucking Gall from, doesn't say, but I'm sure if I look I'll find. If I seek I shall find. So since I'm not doing that, we're gonna check on down here. Let's see what else we got. I mean, just BM plus Legions is one you want to follow on Twitter for sure. And then, you know, Tiamat putting all this Japanese shit, that's cool and shit. But, you know, Tiamat's some Sumerian grimoire. You know, that's a Sumerian demon. And, you got the best thing about Twitter right here. Just fucking, you know, tits and whiskey. And she's smoking a spliff. You know, it's probably not even... And fucking ass, dude, and like hell yeah, dude, you know, just some badass shit. Boom, you know, it's a video that'll probably get banned or something like that. So cool, good, and Gorgoroth and Dark Throne to fucking end it. So thank you guys for watching. It's been fucking awesome. mickeygemineye, the Lion's Den Productions presents to you Vault of Doom Episode 3, now officially complete. Make sure you tune in to Episode 4, as it's literally been recorded immediately afterwards, and is also going to be, you know, like something that you want to fucking check out if you like this kind of shit. Like, share, and subscribe, and send me money on Cash App, motherfuckers.